Uh. And we are live. We are T minus 26 minutes away from FP1 round 22. It's going to get techier than techie things, man. T minus 3 races to go until we get ourselves some answers to some driver championship questions. What's going on? Brian DeLioro. Jesus. 4 p.m. there in Aspect. Well, nice for some, Jesus. Do you know what I mean? It's apparently it's my time in the UK to moan and complain. 5 minutes past 12, midnight. What are we doing? How do you guys do it all over the world? Be committed F1 fans in these inhospitable hours and scheduling. It's crazy. Remember, 4 a.m. for FP2. I'm going to do my best to make FP2 later on, but I can't make any promises. It's going to get techie and techie things. And how do you like yourself some F1? It feels like the Weird and Wacky World has done one of these, just ballooned, just gone like mushroom cloud settings as far as Max Verstappen and some of the things that he said, as far as his prospects of remaining a Red Bull racing driver until 2027. Charles Leclerc, Ferrari, why would he stay? He's going to get techie and techie things. And that's why I think the next 6 months are going to be like, what's going on? Die Hard, Khalid, F-Boy. There is some news that I want to break to you guys as well. It's a bit premature, but there is a certain F1 series that your boy Cameron CC might be a part of. Who said that? Who said that? Might, in like January, February, might, perhaps. I gotta wake my son up in 5 hours. I know, Tiliora. This is inhospitable circumstances, isn't it? As far as Las Vegas time schedule. However, that all the talk is about these McLaren bods, isn't it? Let me ask you guys: has Oscar Piastri bottled this, or should we extend him more grace at the altar of it only being his third season? 106. What are we doing, Oswald? This is Tech It. We are at practice one. It is exciting, J Dodge. You know that we're diehard F1 veterans, Khalid. If we're excited at the mere sight, the idea and or conception of a cheeky FP1 by dint of the fact that it's the home straight, right? Last 3 races. Cam is the new Red Bull racing driver. Let's go. Go on, let's talk about that. Fabas, Abbas. I feel like Sonoda-san is gone. It's done. Jomo. What are you saying, Jomo? Speak up. What? I feel like it's gone. I'm talking a little bit lower today because I don't want to wake up La Familia and or get and divorce. Drop a like. In fact, Jomo makes the point. Do me a favour at the outset. If you could, if you like the stream, then like the stream. I make no apologies for labouring this point ad nauseum, that this is a fan channel, a community within which we continue F1 modes of discourse in a way that's respectful, banterous, disagreeing each and every single time, but in a way that's respectful. Let me tell you this, Abbas, it's techie. Let me tell you this. I was gonna, if Matt doesn't get P1 and McLaren, I know we'll go through the permutations. F-Boy, I promise you, I've got them all in front of me. Let's go. Midnight stream. Stephen Rayano, Easy G back again, just like Hack, and then he's still in, but needs to find form quickly. Does OJP? I mean, there's a lot of things that people have been saying around OJP's for. I feel like, listen, there are people who sit on different sides of this fence. I feel like I need to extend OJP a little bit more grace and patience. He was so good, so good. You're going to replace, I don't know about that, Jackal. I don't know about that, but you might see some familiar faces, Jackal. Maybe, potentially. I'm not breaking any news. There's nothing that I can say concretely at this juncture, but perhaps, Visual, I didn't realise this was going to be now. Good luck to all. I've been enjoying the stop. Oh my gosh, Visual. We'll be interested to see how it affects F1, if at all. I mean, it's techie out here. In all facets of life, right? It just feels like everything's tech. I can't even compute it, Visual. My shoulders are not substantially sufficiently robust. I just can't. I don't know. Tsunoda's going to stay. He will have the most experience, but he will return to racing bulls. So go on then, Khalid. If we're going to talk about Tsunoda-san, here's the problem with Yuki. I think Yuki is out, John. You can take this one to the bank. At the altar of common sense. And sometimes in F1, you've got to leverage some, even if you're not an in-the-know guy or girl. Here's the problem with Tsunoda-san. When he was racing Bulls driver, Honda was sponsoring him to the tune of $10 million to get him the promotion, the big show, a seat at the head of the table alongside Max Verstappen at the Bulls that are red. They had to up that $10 million to $20 million per year. Oh, the humanity. $20 million per year. Do you think Honda can afford to pay that? Especially if they're now not in collaboration with the Bulls that are red, that they're alongside Aston Martin, their exclusive engine manufacturer. You bet your bottom dollar they can't. No, they won't. Why should they? So Tsunoda-san, I think, will be gone. What's going on, McCoy? You're a legend. Cam, everyone is making Max favourite in Vegas. 100%. He's the favourite. Abbas, missile rest. What's going on? Looking for it. I had to be done, missile rest. They were throwing money at me in the streets. Do you know what I mean? And nobody wants that. Max Verstappen 69. He said that potentially he wants that. So Tsunoda-san will be gone, but who takes that place? I listen, I feel like there's something to be said for the fact that they were supposed to announce it at the end of the Mexican Grand Prix that Tsunoda-san would be moving over. Tsunoda-san during that Grand Prix sacrificed himself at the altar of Maximilian Verstappen's progression. And maybe they did just like they did with Checo. Remember, Checo was meant to get announced as getting sacked, and they delayed it because they didn't like the optics that they were going to announce it right around the time when his documentary, Not That Indas Cabron, was going to drop as well. So again, they're a marketing company, aren't they? Red Bull GmbH, and they understand that there is strength in corporate goodwill per se. That they want to foster no customers rapport as seamlessly as possible. I think they would have sacked off Tsunoda. I think he's gone. He's all gone Bardi. I think the question is, who do they put in that position? Who do they replace him with? Hajar is the obvious favourite, right? 100%. But I feel like there might be some other drivers in the offing. Otherwise, they would have announced it, right? Already. 145 of you watching Kakoni, do me a favour and smash the like. We are T-minus 19 minutes away from a cheeky FP1 round 22. Las Vegas. Oof. Did you see the question that Rosanna Tennant asked Lewis Hamilton? How can you survive at Scuderia Ferrari now that you realise that you're operating within a blame culture? Who said that? Who said that? Oh, the humanity of Rosanna Tennant. What are we doing here? Ask the key questions, why don't you? Yuki and the Racing Bulls driver's sole purpose is to make the McLaren's life easy. I fantasized for a split second about a world in which Yuki Tsunoda made Lando and Oscar Piastri's lives very difficult. Easy G. I fantasized about that for a second. Of course, underneath the aegis of a competitive championship, a competitive next 3 races, Red Bull is stuck with not very good drivers. Hard to pick from a litter of runts. When you talk of those runts, Michael, are you speaking to Isaac Hajar? Open and honest, non-rhetorical question, mate. Bring out the jet skis in Vegas, Montsura, I know, potentially. Look at the pictures. So they've gone on the front foot. Look at all this PR nonsense. Seeing Elkin walking around the bloody garage, shaking hands with Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton since come out and said, I talk to John Elkin every week, blah, blah, blah. Cam, any possibility of seeing Lando Norris 1.0? That's the problem, mate. I was watching Lando and I feel like he's he's looked like a champion the past few races, hasn't he? He's pushing his shoulders back, and I think with that comes complacency. Sometimes easy, but I mean, he only needs to win. Like, you can play damage limitation is the that's the order of the day for Lando, isn't it? He doesn't need to go and be a superstar. Yeah, that damage control indeed. He's just got to he's got to circle the wagons, play defense. So I don't know if he doesn't get that assignment, then this would be the bottle job of all bottle jobs. I don't. He's good enough though, Lando. He should be all right. Max Verstappen was talking about it in the press conference, wasn't he? Saying that he told Lando last year. I think it was in a question wrapped up that you told Lando last year that he was going to be next year would be his year. And apparently, it's by dint of Max Verstappen's statement that Lando Norris said next year is going to be my year at the end of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Because I was told by Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez style could get techie. 165 of you watching could go to do me a favour special like we are T-minus 15 minutes away from FP1 round 22. Las Vegas, Nevada. As I would say in Espanol. Right, I need to blow my nose very quickly. Bear with, I'll be back, I promise. I'm so stupid. Avoiding Yuki. You're hearing Jensen Button talk about John Elkann making himself some friends. Jensen, why don't you go and try and buy yourself a brand new Ferrari, a 296 GTB or something, to see how you get on, mate. Burn bridges, eh? Oh, wow. Ted Kravitz. Ted Kravitz showing that they've trimmed some of their rear wing. Have McLaren. Look at that. Interesting. After they said they weren't going to bring any more upgrades, so heavily invested were they in their 2026 design philosophy. A la Mercedes in 2021. What's going on, Missile Rest? It's techie. I wish I didn't start at 7 a.m. I join you all tomorrow. Isa, you're a legend as well. It's starting desde Las Vegas, Nevada en español. Oh, la humanidad. Ay, Dios mío. Imagínate tú. ¿Qué vamos a hacer? Una tremenda mierda. Con permiso. Discúlpame. All the cool kids here. Let's go, Max. European night settings. Here we are. I'm feeling Australian. Let's go. Easy. Come, why is everybody written off Oscar completely? The problem is it's 24 points behind, Abbas. Go on then. Let's go through some permutations. Imagínate tú. Go on then. Around here. Here are the stats, what you need to know. As Anthony Davidson goes through them. Your track circumstance. Let me tell you this. This is important. Here we go. Oh, go away. Boys all over the shop. It's far too early in the morning. That's why. Okay, let's go. Right. Here's what you need to know. Here are your track circumstance. Oh, and by the way, this is a good one. You'll like this one. If past this prologue, to win a race around here, you're going to need to put it on pole. Why? Because Brazil sprint and race, Lando Norris dropped it on pole and went on to successfully win 25 points. In Kota, sprint and race, Max Verstappen dropped it on pole and won the race. Azerbaijan, Baku, same thing, Max Verstappen. Singapore, George Russell, same thing, pole, lights the flag victory. Okay, that's interesting, that, eh? to optimize for your chances, your probability of winning 25 points. You as near as makes no difference. Need to drop it on pole. That's what we're being told here by these stats. Best qualifying head-to-head. There's a piece here that you need to know. Here we go. 6.2 kilometer circuit, second longest on the calendar, only trailing Spa, courtesy, of course, as always, by Daniel Vellante, the legend. F1 stats guy, 17 corner track, 50 laps for the race. C3, C4, C5 are the tyres that are being brought. Circuit allows drivers to reach absurd levels of speed, 229 miles per hour or 369 kilometers per hour if past this prologue. Last race. Therefore, key facts to know: Max Verstappen won from P2 in 2023 with the Red Bull. Lest we forget, we've only been around here twice before. Sergio Perez got to P3 after starting P11 in 2023 with Red Bull. Lando Norris recorded a 134.876 in 2024 with McLaren. Track record is George Russell on a 132.312. It's a low grip track, isn't it? And therefore it will get techier than techie things. Daniel Vellante points out accurately that every time we've gone to America, we've had a different winner. 2024 Miami was Lando. 2024 COTA was Charles Leclerc. 24 Las Vegas was George Russell. 25 Miami was Oscar Piastri. 25 at COTA we had Maximilian Verstappen. Share the wealth therefore, right? Also a great time to watch F1 on the web. I know, I'm jealous, Sebastian. I am jealous. What's going on, Ray? I hope you're good. 2:19 in South Africa. We're gluttons for punishment over here, aren't we? We are gluttons. Mexico as well, Lando. True. Start on pole. And you're Gucci Sweden calling. Let's go. Keep up the good work, Cameron. I appreciate you. Atilag. I hope I haven't butchered your name. Atilag. Round the outside. To Trailer Park Girls go round the outside. Let's go, Ed. Go. It's a good line, that is. Do you know what I mean? One of the best to ever do it. Some chap called Eminem. T-minus 9 minutes until we get a cheeky FP1. Round 22. Las Vegas. T-minus 3 races remaining until we get ourselves some exam answers to some very pertinent driver championship exam questions over humanity. 11:20 in Melbourne. Retorta, your quid's in there. Do you know what I mean? I would say I'm jealous, but I'm in no position to, since we get blessed by favourable logistics for 99% of the 24 races. Jomo, you're on a different level, sir. If you like the stream, do me a favour and like the stream. Modern day journalism match, 100% at some point. It has to, eh? Imagine I put one half of Jean's face and then the other half Charles. Oh, that would be genius. Who said that? He's not been too bad actually this year, Charles. 120 Friday, 28 degrees Celsius here in Christchurch, New Zealand. It's a lovely day. Let's go, Max. I don't hate that you guys are getting favourable timing for once, although I am jealous. How very dare I be jealous? Talented and hot, you're a legend. Cam, aka Captain Crispy. Let's go, talented. It had to be done. Again, like I said to you guys, people were starting to throw money at me in the streets. Do you know what I mean? Can't have that. The graphics on your screen shortly. Brought to you by the legends over at Multiviewer. Aloha, Chiba, you're a legend. Max has been property. I know 100%, Gavin. I'm glad it's not me only me that thinks that. Max has been scorched earth. He's been playing very flirtatious with the media. Go on then, let's lay it out, Gavin. In the first instance, he said that F1 is chaos and that these are the bits and bobs that you change. Too kind as well, talented. If I didn't say thank you, this is me saying that now. Matt said F1 needs to change, sack off all these street circuits, keep all the proper ones, make the cars lighter, make the cars smaller, do less races, 2 days as opposed to 3. Like, hang on, what's going on here? No, he's been here. Abbas, he's been on it as Max. Uncharacteristically, so I don't know. Most of the season is midnight to 3 a.m. F1. Oh, the humanity, Max. The levels of dedication. I think that would count me out. Back in the day, I used to be a big boxing fan. I'd wake up for all of your big for like all of your big Floyd fights versus Ricky, and even going back further, right? All of your big Evander fights versus Lennox. I'd always wake up at 4:30. I think now, I think that's why I still wake up at 4:30 every night now, because I just became like your big fights, your Rondas versus Holly Holm back in the day. Oh, the humanity. I was in very, very deep. Very, very deep. Right, let's go. Right, let's get ourselves some multi-view again, so you guys have line of sight. Verstappen enjoying the end of the season. No, I think you're on something there, right? Bad woman, make good man sleeping policeman hand. I like that, right? Remove MBS was probably a wish too much. Yeah, no chance, F boys. Sadly, it's he's running unopposed. I know there's some litigation going on in the background, not least of which are the hands of Susie Wolf. So 2 high-tech arbitrage stuff going on, an investigation potentially in the hands of the DOJ. It's You'll be all right there, MBS. I feel like he's a bit of a survivor. If I'm going to play devil's advocate, as you get older, sleep is fleeting. 100%, Dustin. Cars on track in a few minutes. T-4 to be precise. Edgar, T-4. Yeah, 100% Jomo. Listen, you will see multi-view on your screen in a couple of seconds. On your left and your right hand side, if indeed you're invested in some metrics, if you enjoy watching some F1 alongside some market leading graphics, then do get yourself over to your PC or a desktop. PC or a desktop. PC or a laptop. You'd never believe. And download yourself the goatiest F1 app to have ever goated. It's called Multiviewer. Abbas, I don't know if I'm going to make FP2. I'm not even going to lie to you, mate. I'm not even going to lie. We'll see how it goes. Go on then, your track circumstance. As if we didn't just go for it. 6.2 kilometers, 3.853 miles, 356 kilometers per hour maximum velocity, 16.4 meters, 50 laps, 2 DRS zones, 1 minute 34.876 is your race lap record. Gonna get techie. Safak, what are we doing, Safak? Fresh vet had to be done, Billy Blanks. It had to. C3, C4, C5 are your tyre compound. It will be cold and wet potentially. Low grip. You guys tell me which type of tracks Oscar Piastri has not been doing very well around. You've passed his prologue. Low grip. His driving style is different to Lando Norris. Lando's more overlappy. Sometimes he's feathering the throttle whilst he's about to start applying the brakes. And that means, therefore, you can heat up the fronts quicker, all the while keeping the rears in good health. He's a bit of a slide merchant as versus Oscar Piastri. He's very much more binary as far as his accelerator versus his brake inputs. Can Red Bull at least set up the car this session? 100%. I think they've got to, Gavin. Why is my nose itching me? Something. Is this? Maybe I'll just hold it there. My nose will itch less. JB on commentary day. What do we do, Nabas? What's the point? Got no time for that, Joe. Sponsored as always by the legend that is Sir Charles Edward Cheese. What are we doing here? Can Red Bull at least set the car up please this session? Gavin, I think they'll be all right, mate. I think they'll be all right. for a couple of different reasons, which we'll go through in a second. Let me just bring up you guys some metrics. Do you know what I mean? There we go. Let's go. Again, multi-viewer, stay off the white lines, 100,000%. Who put themselves on the white line earlier? Oscar was on the white? No, Oscar was on the bloody curb. Anytime Science always finds himself on the white line and then spins, it's like, no entiendo, no hablo inglés. ¿Qué pasó? Wonder if Red Bull brought the right rear. Yeah, no, okay, so to that point, I can speak Autobahn. Great name, by the way, Autobahn F1. Last year, you'll recall that Red Bull decided not to spend their precious budget dollars on a bespoke low downforce rear wing for the likes of Las Vegas, and so they struggled around Monza. This time, however, they've gone hard, 10 toes down, and they've brought themselves a bespoke rear wing using which they can weaponize their maximal velocity and make themselves super difficult to overtake and super aggressive in the overtake accordingly. It's going to get techie than techie things for the, I don't know. Look at their rear. Oh my gosh, look at the Red Bull rear wing. There's nothing on it, is there? Oh, the humanity. They're going in, aren't they? They're going in. One bird in the hand, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. And Red Bull always, they've always gone in, haven't they? They don't do halves. Go harder, go harder, go. Just curious what time other viewers are on, Max. Other viewers are on. Appreciate you, Joseph. The trim looks fresh if you grow it out for like 10,000 years, like I did. Hajar out. I know Cameron is on. Oh my gosh, 12:30. It is indeed 12:31. Midnight. Could use a lot of behavior soldier. It is already then techier than techie things, Blitz. The V carb already on track. Looks great. They've got a sexy livery, haven't they? We're on board with a Haas. T minus 59 minutes and 10 seconds until we get ourselves some FP1 exam answers to some FP1 exam questions. Red Bull's got a haircut too, of the rear wing variety. Dustin. Go on then. 200 of you in here concurrently. Do me a favour, if you like the stream, then like the stream. It matters more than you might realise. I need to do something here. Right, here's what your boy needs to do. Let's do one of these. Oh, come on, Cameron. How do we put this over here? Bosh. Done. Okay. I made it. My Sky F1 channel is off. Oh, so I'm on Sky Main. Oh, the humanity, Clive. You know what the joke is? I'll tell you a story. Every time I go to load up my Sky Go so I can have visual in front of me, it's telling me I'm not subscribed. Pay 90 quid a month, just load up the thing. Far too much money to have to tolerate for such technological ineptitude. It's outrageous. Sky Sports F1. Soon, hopefully, like Goldbridge in the football space, hopefully we'll be out here streaming F1 on here. They'll catch up in the end, chat. They'll understand that there is power and upside in working with and not against content creators. They'll get there in the end. They'll get there. Don't think cars will be so tight next year. Dustin, Adrian Newey has told us that one team will normally make a jump. That's Adrian Newey saying that, and I never back, like Max, I'll never back against the one that they call Adrian Newey, the last airbender. Respect to Cameron for bringing it us to real. You're a legend, Gavin. We're trying out here. You have excellent taste. We're sorry. I'm watching free practice 1, and this track is super dusty, says Sebastian, 100%. Are you guys talking about the helmet? No, Lewis Hamilton has completed the helmet game, hasn't he? This race weekend. It's not a bad helmet at all. Normally I'm not in for the glitz and the glamour. Remove before race, but that helmet from Lewis Hamilton is not too shabby at all. Interesting. I mean, the bloody, look at that. The bird's eye view is not bad, is it, at all around here? Look at that. Mind you don't fly into one of them buildings though, Mr. Helicopter Pilot. Bloody Nora. Way to give me anxiety, any. T-minus 55 minutes remaining of this FP1 round 22 Las Vegas. Cooler climbs. It looks dusty, doesn't it? No rain to speak of. No wet conditions as anticipated. Forecast. But it does look very dusty. It being a road track, like a street circuit that cars go around when we're not on a race weekend. Look at that helmet from Lewis. I do not hate that. I don't hate that from Lewis. Does look very dusty, eh, Clive? Well dusty. So go on them. Carlos Sainz currently tops his timing sheets on a 141.164. Although Charles Leclerc's going purple all over the shop. 27.9 in your first sector. So second up in sector 1 all alone. What's going on here? Hey, a set 2 seconds up. Is Charles Leclerc on that Carlos Sainz though? He's about to go 139 something. 139.1, 139.2 from Charles incoming. Those Ferraris look quick already. Charles Leclerc looks like he might have backed out. I know he hasn't backed out. 39.7 only, so he's lost a bit of time in sector 3. I feel like Charles Leclerc's backed out there with a view to hide his speed light underneath a bushel. The audio on F1 TV live is horrible. Is it bad? So what's going on with what are they doing, McLaren? Go on then. Tell me that you're keen to sabotage OJP without telling me. Why is he still in the pits? 53 minutes remaining. Ryan free practice, Eckler McLaren now. Track evolution will be insane once the dust clears, 100%. It is not raining, JD. Long time no see, JD, by the way. Feel free to hang out, say hi. You like the stream, then like the stream. Legend, moderator extraordinaire, Jomo. T-minus 52 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Here we go indeed. Easy G. Your boys are out here. Hajar goes top with a 139.415. Hulkenberg up into third. Again, this is free practice. Due diligence of the mechanical and aerodynamic variety. I don't think it's raining in Vegas, but there is heavy cloud cover. Yeah. Ali Behrman in 5th. Everybody out on mediums. Sons, Alonso, and Hulkenberg. Interesting that. The stream is 30 seconds delayed. Not much I can do about that, sadly, Disdained. Feel free to sync on the time on the top right hand side of your screen. 51, 50, 51, 48, 47, 46, 45. If you want to sync up. I live in Arizona. It's raining Saturday. Oof. Go on and let's have a look at Lando. It goes 29.2. That's quick. And then goes purple set to 3. 33.0, but not massively faster. Huh. He's done some purple micro sectors as Lando Norris there in sector 2, but going green, so you'd expect him because it's his first lap of the session. All eyes on Lando to see how close he goes. Lando goes 39.9. Oh, the humanity chat. Houston, Easy G. Do we have ourselves a Lando? No, Easy G says Tet time, Lando. Tet time. Cameron, how's that Zach Brown in Perth? No chance, Joe Bar. No chance, mate. No, just asking so I can see my TV. No worries, Disdained. I should do the time sync at the start, to be fair. But you guys feel free. I do like the shape of the track. Spider Pig. Thanks for your hard work, the coverage for viewing original. I appreciate you, Team Bezel. I appreciate you, mate. All right, Charles Leclerc on one here. 27 goes 27.7. Okay, Charles Leclerc said that, you know what, Lando, Hajar, Sainz, Behrman, I will see you that and I'll raise you some of this. Look at this, 27.7, 0.6 up in sector 1. And here's another 0.6. Look at that, he's got a second in him here. But then in sector 3, he's nowhere. What's going on? Charles Leclerc and Ferrari need to set the car up properly. So he's gained 1.2 seconds in sector 1 and sector 2, but he's going to give some of it away. Oof. So he's given 0.5. He's given half a second away in sector 3. What's going on here? Oh wow, Lewis Hamilton, 4-wheel drift. Oof. What is going on through sector 3? So go on then, look at that, Charles Leclerc. Oh, there we go. There is the point. Charles Leclerc, 340 kilometers per hour through the speed trap. The next quickest is Kimi Antonelli on 335. Norris 327 kilometers. So it feels like Ferrari, and you see Lewis Hamilton sliding right. It feels like Ferrari have just said, you know what, downforce. What downforce? In the image of the legend that is Enzo Ferrari, they've just said, you know what, aerodynamics is for people that can't build engines. F1 settings. It's electronic in the house. Let's go electronic. Did you see CEO of Liberty Media talk F1 on CNBC? Future looks bright in the Americas for the spot. No, I haven't seen it yet, EC. I'm gonna have a look though. I will have a cheeky gander. There's a lot going on in there is a lot going on in the weird and wacky world that is F1, 1000%. We can see what the share price does when the AI bubble collapses. Whether they'll be immune. Go on then, Maximilian Verstappen is on one here. 27.9, 33.0. That sector 2 is not great from Max. Hey up, 38.0. Slower than Gasly though. This was only a dream 10 years ago. Racing around the streets of Vegas, behave yourself, Cam. Let's go. I don't hate it. Carlos Sainz tops your timing sheets on a 137.6 rounded. George Russell up to 6th. Everybody on mediums again for the avoidance of doubt. Hulkenberg and Fernando Alonso accepted, who were on hards and softs respectively. I mean, there's a lot of action going on here. Can you spell track evolution? Hajar up to 2nd on a 37.6. Best street track, you think so? Good to see you, bro. You've less. What's going on, electronic? You're a legend, DC. I appreciate you. Got all this sliding. Huh. Ollie Behrman's horse. Odds. You want some odds? the odds look like this, or at least they did at the start of area odds. You'll have to freeze that for a second because I need to flip back to the race metrics, of course. But there are your odds for the race. Max Verstappen, current worst favourite before a wheel had been turned. The track is very green, so there's a lot to be learned. And there's a lot of evolution as far as the track's concerned still to be had. Lots of skating. They're all four-wheel drifting, aren't they, all over the show? Science purple, don't hate it. Well, Max said that he didn't like street circuits. Brooksy, correct. He's blisteringly fast around street circuits, but he doesn't like them. $2.50 if you're watching concurrently. Do me a favour, if you like the stream, then like the stream. Be careful, Pierre. Run off area settings. You don't have to like a street circuit 100%, Varlin. 100%. Max is flying. Go on then, let's have a look at Max. Is he gone again? Oh yeah, there we go. Now there's a Max Verstappen. 27.3 rounded through sector 1. Don't hate that. 0.4 quicker in sector 1. Then your timesheet topping time of Nico Hulkenberg, 32.4. Gone quicker ever so slightly, but not massively. 4.4. So 136 incoming from Max Verstappen. If you extrapolate his current rate of progress. 37.0 from Sonoda-san. Don't hate that. Bravo, UK. UK final tour settings. 36 something from Max. 36.5. Don't hate it. Set pace, Max. Let's go. Hulk smash. Poll. Who do you prefer as a boss? Zach Brown or Joe? Oh my gosh, Mick. Did we get that as a poll, really? I feel like it's too early for such purgatory-esque choices. There is no right answer there. Do you know what I mean? Do you wanna? It's like 135 was the fastest FP1 last year. What's Carlos doing? Hey, getting out of the way. I'd rather be jobless. I mean, do you want it's bad choices. Max P1, don't hate it. Me neither, Michael. Me neither. I mean, not massively down the road. They'll need to sort that setup out. But again, Red Bull historically come good at the right time. Lewis is really hustling that car along, isn't he? Lewis goes up into 5th on a 37.2. Excuse me, Anthony Davidson. It's not all about handling dynamic. All of that drifting is losing time. Do you know what I mean? Smooth is fast. Keep an eye on the moisture precipitation levels are here in Vegas. Mert can still surprise. You are too right, EC. Again, for the avoidance of doubt, wind coming in from the north at 7.9 kilometers per hour, 18.5 degrees Celsius and 14.5 degrees Celsius. Your track and ambient temperatures respectively. I don't see how McLarens can beat Max here, to be honest. But they say that they've brought things, haven't they? They've engineered Easy G for a lower downforce, bespoke rear wing, a makeshift one, but one nevertheless. No re-scrubbing his hards. His hards? Not yet. He's still on mediums. Oh no, Oscar Piastri. Oscar Piastri goes purple, sector 3. There's nowhere to be seen. Sector 1, sector 2. What's going on? Verstappen 33, Verstappen 69, says John. That's what he said, but I think he's taking a bit. You can't engineer a low grip driver. This is true, Michael. This is very true. It's a bit binary. Doesn't slide very well. Doesn't overlap like a Lando Norris. If Mark Hughes is anything to go by. T-minus 41 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Track looks dusty. Lewis's Ferrari is dancing. Hadjar picked up a stone. You can't engineer. Max dominates in low grip. Well, I don't know. I will see that and raise you this, EasyG. What do you mean in low grip? Max just dominates now. Oh, he's stupid. Sebastian. When his car is fast. When his helmet is pink, he goes well. Gassie's not been too bad this year, let's be honest. No goated drives, but he's not been too bad. He's been hanging in there as he's more comfortable. He doesn't have to get used to it. The low grip. Well, I mean, if you are God tier when it comes to the safety net with which you're playing and your ability to save a cheeky snap oversteer moment and manipulate the car on and around the limits of adhesion going into a low minimum speed, medium duration turn, then, I don't know, Ferrari seem to have found something fake fast, but they always find something in FP1. Let me tell you what Ferrari are. They're a big man in groups. Do you know what I mean? They're keen to show their hand and play jokers at times in the session, over the course of the race weekend, that ultimately fade to black and don't matter. When it's paid sessions proper, like Q3 and the race, all of a sudden Ferrari have to raise their ride heights now because they're worried about excessive plank wear and the DNF that will come shortly thereafter, or even the DSQ. Bloody no, did you guys hear that just then? That's insane. Max says the esport racing lines. It's not bad, that Max fella. People, have your children watch F1 with you and they will be lifelong fans like I am. Very well said, Sebastian. I started when I was 4 cheering for Jackie Steele. I love that, Sebastian. Me and you both. I think I started watching F1 1991. Senna's years of dominance, and then got the bloody Micropros, Jeff Crammond's Micropros Grand Prix. And then the first proper season I remember watching, I was watching Mansell 93, 92, Prost 93, and then got the Scale X-Trick with the John Player Special and the Labatt's Williams, and then before you knew it, I was hooked. The first season that I remember in full was 94. Ferrari are more worried about being a luxury brand per se. Nowadays, not racing, more worried about EV, hybrid, SUV, soccer mom cars and Chinese market shares. You make a good point. You do make a good point. Ferrari needs Enzo back 100%. The essence of Scuderia Ferrari, what it means to build a red car with a yellow badge and a black prancing Ulster. And I've had to restart my Skybox, so I've lost visuals. I know, Clive. Sky ever reliable, right? Do you know what I mean? As reliable as Nicholas Latifi was, if we're having the conversation underneath the aegis of being able to get from lights to flag without yeeting it into the barrier. Does anybody know when in theory Bono can join Hamilton? I don't think. The impression that I got is that I don't think he wants to meet. The problem that Ferrari have, I mean, the problems that Ferrari have, and there are a multitude of them. But one of the main ones is that they're in Italy, right? And all the god tier F1 people, as far as their minds, and strategists and race engineers and performance engineers, are all in Middle England. That's half the problem, right? And nobody wants to relocate unless you get yourself a Ross Brawn and a Rory Byrne and a Jean Todt, who are all ready to go. But they were all working all around. Where were Benetton? But Benetton, to be fair, were based in the UK, I think. He has to quit first F1 boy. What's F1 boy? No, Ferrari was talking about wanting to become a luxury brand. I read that already. Porsche EV SUV tanked their share price. I think all of the automotors, the car manufacturers in the EU are struggling. They just not selling cars. There is the operating costs of car manufacturers a la BYD are just a lot lower in North Asia, is the truth. Ferrari used to only have race cars for sale, I know. But they've got to make SUVs to like lower their quota, right? There is a reason why. He doesn't look slow, does he, Max? As you would expect. Probably what's more Easy G taught to me. What's probably more worthy of mention is the fact that it looks like there are cars that might be, if we assume, and we should not, because to assume is to make an ass out of you and me. Oh, Lando Norris. Easy G. Cheeky error of the unforced variety from Lando. Love kiss already. Look at this. Oh, yep, there you go. Yep. Lando 1.0 is back. Did I say something to that effect at the start? I can't remember, chat. That I said. I feel like I might have said something to this effect, that Lando Norris looks like he's becoming more confident, that he's pushing his shoulders back, that he's that whatever the girl looks like that brought him to the Drivers' Championship dance, it looks like he doesn't want to dance with her. He doesn't look focused. He doesn't feel focused. He feels like a guy who thinks that he might already be a one-time driver champion. And that, for me, is a concern, Easy G. He doesn't look as stoic, correct, John, becoming a tad complacent. He's gotten away with it. Here's what I will wager with each and every single one of you. I don't think that'll be the last time that we see Lando making a mistake on this street circuit. I promise you. He looks a bit too, I don't know. What do I know, though? My crystal ball is as murky as the next person's. He's been told he doesn't have to worry about Oscar now. Papaya orders. Yeah, it's like that movie 13 going on 30. He just looks a bit too cocksure, you know. The Lando Norris that makes mistakes. 1.0 as versus 2.0. He's back easy when he knows Zach won't let Oscar win. Well, Oscar's got a win for himself, hasn't he? Look at this. Go on then, with T minus 33 minutes left on the docket, we have Max Verstappen in P1 on a 135.776. Shortly thereafter, P2, Charles Leclerc 35.954. Russell in third. Sainz, Hamilton leads from Piastri, Antonelli, Tsunoda-san, Stroll, and then you've got Liam Lawson, Cameron's favourite F1 personalities. Oh, bloody yeah. Abbas, he's all right. I give him I do give him a bad rap. David Brent from the US office. What are we doing here? Grateful for each and every single one of you. 100%, Jamie. You're a legend. Your time and energy are much appreciated. The McLarens are doing race laps, and Lando's 3/10 up each lap. That's chaos, by the way. It's a very good spot. Easy G says, Lando isn't complacent. That's why he says he's not comfortable with the gaps. Mahad of McLaren F1 TV, McLaren Fan TV, excuse me. So don't trust Oscar Piastri's stoic countenance. What you want to pay attention to is his performance. EasyGL would leverage that counsel and parlay it onto the Lando Norris 2.0 circumstance, aka Dustin from Stranger Things. Let's see, right? Let's see. Cam, have you seen the interview of Lando when he was a kid and they said you found some pace at the end of the season after not having it? I haven't seen it, Mike. Oh, hang on. Matteo Dognali having a look at the wheel. What's wrong with the wheel? I want Lewis, says Michael. Let's go down 80. He's been around long enough to know being complacent doesn't end well. You say that, EasyG. You say that, EasyG. I think, you know, I was talking to Shez about this, and Shez, I used to have arguments all the time. The genesis story of this channel, or the origin story even of this channel, was me arguing back and forth with my best friends about how good or bad I thought Sebastian Vettel was. How Vettel was. I thought that Sebastian at the time was profiteering from fast car privilege, Adrian Newey privilege, and I think I'd since been proven to be correct in and around. And Shez compared, close your ears, EasyG, Shez compared Lando to Sebastian and said that he's more of a fast car merchant than was Sebastian then. That if you put the driver of the era, then Lewis Hamilton, now Max Verstappen, in the same car as then Sebastian Vettel, now Lando Norris, then you wouldn't see... things would be a lot different. F1 Racing House days. I don't know what you mean, F-Boy. Come on, your thoughts on Russell struggling earlier with a Merc. Is he straight? I don't think he's straight. It'll be all right. It's only 0.3 adrift of your timesheet topping time. It'll be all right. What is Lewis profiting from then? Love to see Lewis get a podium. Some people in the know predicted this might be the podium time. Snob Lando said about a few good moments at Ferrari. Yeah, but ultimately, did that yield any fruit, Autobahn? Close, but no cigars. Correct, Gavin. He was a blown diffuser merchant, wasn't he? I think when Vettel first come on the scene, he seemed to be yes. To be fair, yes, he's Sebastian's gift was that he always had a hot lap in him, didn't he? He could go out and smash out qualifying lap in the dying embers. He used to sit in there like Ayrton did. Senna, remember when Senna used to just sit down there and not do any qualifying laps, and then with like 60 seconds left, he used to go out there and smash a lap quicker than the rest of the field to the tune of like 1.5 seconds. Sebastian had not to that same extent, but Sebastian had a little bit of that in him, didn't he? He did have a penchant for a very late dying ember quick lap. He did have that in his locker. Maybe that's what Lando's got, I don't know. Not even comparable to it. Yeah, not at all, Michael. Not at the time, but it was hard, wasn't it? Because Sebastian kept on winning. Purple set from Lewis Hamilton, 26.9. Don't hate that. 1.5 tenths quicker than Max Verstappen in the equivalence section. Can you say track evolution? Who's going to sprint this year, lest we forget? I know, Michael, but it feels like we're trying to, as Lewis Hamilton fans, it feels like we're trying to get in the back door, right? It's a sprint race, a Grand Prix proper, 32.0. Oh, the humanity. Lewis Hamilton about to drop it on pole, methinks. Pole, FP1. You know what I mean? Don't grice his razor, me. 7.1. Lewis Hamilton, 3 tenths or 2.5 tenths up on his teammate. Is Lewis Hamilton about to top your timing sheets? Methinks So here he is, come off the hour, come off the man, 35.5. Don't hate that. 2/10. 340 kilometers per hour, excuse me, through the speed trap. Everybody's dialed up their engines here. Max Verstappen 347 kilometers through the speed trap, quick as the fall. Speedy. Breaks my heart to watch the Ferrari, says Rihanna. Excuse me, Rihanna. Mired in their habitual strategic glaze haze. Rihanna, you can tell it's 104 now. Oh, the humanity. I need to get my hot cup of cocoa, my pipe and my slippers. Sacrifice Charles' skills and Lewis's wisdom upon the altar of incoherence and that sacred cow known as tradition. Very well said, Rihanna. Very well said. Speaking of Charles Leclerc, aka modern day Journalese, on a hot lap here, 26.7. He goes one and a bit tenths quicker than Lewis Hamilton through the same sector, and then another. So Lewis Hamilton, or Charles at least, is carrying 0.3 on Lewis Hamilton. He passed his prologue. Set to do a 135 2-ish. If he can nail himself a sector 3. Do you have any info on Yuki Tsunoda 2026? G-Man, you're late. If Yuki finishes top 8 the next 3 races, no. G-Man. Yuki Tsunoda won't be at Racing Bulls. Oh, look at that 135 too. Who said that? Who said that we're on fire this morning? Do you know what I mean? 25 minutes and 6 seconds left on the docket. No, you can take this one to the bank. I don't think Yuki Tsunoda. Hot take. Yuki won't be a Red Bull Racing driver next year. Even if, okay, so look, if there is a big, let me not even speculate. I was going to speculate. Lewis, don't give me hope. I know. Can you imagine 35.5? But again, 3/10, isn't it? Remember we said earlier on in the season that every single time I'd look up, Lewis Hamilton was 3 or 4 tenths behind Charles Leclerc. And as we got into half 2 this year, that gap started to close. It became 2 tenths and 1 tenth. Now, again, it's 3 tenths. Now I need to normalise for track length, and this is like the longest one. But I don't know. Charles modern day Journalese. Let's go. Off to Super Formula Japan potentially. No, Yuki. The last that I heard, Yuki. There's an IndyCar team that fancy him. Hang on. I'll be able to tell you in a minute. I'm trying to find you a name. Oh, Oscar. Come off the hour. T minus 22 minutes and 10 seconds remain. Come up this late, 100%, Michael. It's chaos, this. Absolute chaos. There we go. Max on softs. Don't hate that. That time in the mediums from Max is looking more and more impressive, judging by the soft tyre compounds. Soft tyre times, excuse me. The Ferraris and Merc set. It's a good shout there. Go on then, we're about to see Max Verstappen on his outlap. 25.7. Well, we'll see in a minute, right? We won't have to speculate and conjecture anymore. Cameron CC, so the lineup is Max Hajar and Lawson and Lindblad. G-Man, that's not yet signed, sealed and delivered, but that's looking most likely. Max and Hajar, Lawson and Lindblad, yeah. I think that's what it'll be. George Russell up to second on a 35.5. Verstappen now on an outlap, but he's doing yellow sectors here, Max. What's going on here? Am I looking too much into it? Is this a nothing burger? Let's see what sector 1 comes out for Max. I'm not sure whether he's liking these soft compound tyres and the way they're interacting with the Las Vegas tarmac. 28.8 from Max Verstappen. I think he sat it off. Yeah, nothing doing there from Max. That's slow. There we go. Biochem, you're a legend. Dale Coin, DCR, Dale Coin Racing. That's the rumour. I was looking for it. Thank you, Biochem, you're a legend. I couldn't remember. I know we've spoken about it before, but you boys are numpty. It's awkward that Lawson has outscored Hajar for the last 11 races, including his podium. Is that true, Max? Oh, the humanity. Surely not. The last 11 races. Why do I not believe that? That's an insane stat, Max. Huh. That wants a cheeky fact check, Max. No way, Max. I trust you, mate. That's chaos. Liam Lawson has outperformed. Why in my head do I just not believe it? Not that I don't trust you, Max, but I appreciate you, Ollie. It had to be done. It had to be done. Like I said earlier, people were throwing money at me in the streets with that old hair and that long beard. There was no need for it, was there, anymore? Sometimes one has to take matters into one's own hands. We're going to settle this once and for all, Max, because I'm not sure that passes the smell test, mate. Trust but verify, Max. Do you know what I mean? No. No. So he didn't beat him at Mexico. So Mexico. And he didn't beat him at... No. I think this is wrong, Max. So let's count it up. Of the last 11. And I just, Max, you know, and sometimes you've got to feel for these things. So Liam finished 11th in America. Kota. And Hajar finished 7th. Singapore, Hajar finished 12th. And Lawson finished 15th. Azerbaijan. Okay, so Azerbaijan, Lawson has the whip hand, but that's 2 already of the last however many. Italy, Hajar finished 13th and Lawson finished 14th. No, mate. No. Netherlands, Hajar. Max, behave yourself. Behave yourself. No chance. That just didn't look. If Isaac Hajar, by all accounts, is the rookie of the season, then there's no way. No. No, Max, that's not right. Go on then, he took my eyes off Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen was, oh my gosh, look at that. Yuki Tsunoda tops your timing sheets. What is going on, chat? On a 35-0, still gone. It doesn't even matter. Pricky. I wouldn't trust you with the kids, but please take my mate, I can't. Pricky, I wish to one day get in your dirty hair. Do you know what I mean? In the good looking scales, someone use ChatGPT to do that. This is nonsense, Spike. No, Max, just don't believe half of all you see, and none of what you hear. Max had yellows doing his flying lap. Okay, cool. Needs to go again, doesn't he? But again, doesn't want to waste too many soft compound tyres because you need them for quality. Excuse me, Max won't be loving that, seeing Yuki Tsunoda topping the timing sheets ahead of him. Max, you owe me an apology, mate. All this gubbins about Liam Lawson has been outperforming Isaac Hajar. Some would say Isaac Hajar has been the driver of the season. So it just doesn't sound right. Biochem girl, we trust but we verify now sometimes. Biochem girl looking to Matt's looking to sell me a dummy. Who's that? Oh, Lando Norris, second mistake, Easy G. What did we say? Sometimes, you know, I was talking to Mr. Windsor about this, trying to understand how he just predicts the future so often. And when you just watch, when you've been around something for so long, you know, it's your intuition, you just got to feel for it. Seeing Lando Norris rock up with his shoulders back like this, I'm just like, hands need a bigger wing. They need a driver who doesn't make mistakes. Easy G, you know what I mean? But I mean, Lando, he should be all right, Lando. Do you know the extent of the mistakes he'd have to make? Oh my gosh, yeah, no, to be fair to Lando, no, that's not Lando's fault. He's got a driver right in his way, in the braking zone. Yeah, no, that's impossible. Why are you acting like we don't know the McLarens don't go well around here? Easy G, true, Easy G. I thought I said that at the outset, to be fair. But that, well, Easy G, the answer to your question is because Andreas told us that they'd fixed for the car, that they were about to bring upgrades, which they have. They've brought a bespoke wing, makeshift, but bespoke nevertheless. Don't get your hopes. So Easy G's not having it. Not complacent. Started making mistakes, sort of. Both of them, to be fair. It's not just Lando, though. T-minus 12 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. 304 if you're watching Kokoni, do me a favour and smash the like. Listen, I don't know, by the way, cheeky housekeeping. I'm not sure. Yo no estoy seguro if I'm going to come back for FP2. We'll go. Here's what I'll make a promise to you. FP1 we've nailed. FP2, I might turn into an F1 snowflake. Is that Lando going off again? Or is that a replay? Easy G, what's going on here, mate? Because Lando Norris has just gone down. He's just gone to... Yeah. Easy G. You're there, easy. That's 3 mistakes in like 3 laps from Lando Norris. Insane. Yeah, they said potentially 2 stops. But it's going to be, look at Zach Brown laughing away. Yuki Swansong podium before he's off to IMSA. What's this? Keys for Lando? That is chaos. What is he doing? It's finding a limit, Yaha. Maybe. Interesting, eh? 3 mistakes, 3 laps. Now you crack on, Lando. Do you know what I mean? You've got the whip hand. Don't worry yourself. Safak, what's going on? Can you imagine Max Verstappen making the same mistake 3 laps? Oh, Lando. It's good to challenge the break. You can tell that his race engineer, Will Joseph, is just trying to keep him on an even keel, isn't he? Like James Allen said by dint of Nico Rosberg, this championship will be won or lost in Lando Norris's head. Telling you, he's plenty good enough, he's fast enough, but it's all about his ability to manage for risk. Experimenting Autobahn, 3rd time lucky. If he takes a corner off here, I wouldn't be surprised. It's going to be honest with you, Easy G. A bit cocksure, do you know what I mean? They're adjusting for Lando's brakes. Betting degenerates, what's the odds of Lando in the Barrys this weekend? You know, Michael. I don't know. I don't know. Coming in the odds page you showed earlier, Sir Lewis Hamilton wasn't even on the list. When I think of Sir Lewis, I think more of yesterday's rather than to, Joe We talked about this. The joke is, Joe Las Vegas is the type of Grand Prix circuit around which Lewis might go very well, and then he's got his back against the wall, and the odds are against him. And John Elkins just said whatever he said. This is the type of time and circuit circumstance that will bring the best out of Lewis Hamilton. But that being said, I don't know. I do have I keep saying that I keep watching old Lewis Hamilton clips of him at Top Gear when he was like 2008 or whatever. Come as much as I don't want to say this, I have a sneaking suspicion there's going to be chaos in the race and Lando extends his lead in the championship with a chance to wrap it up in potentially, Thomas. That wouldn't be the least likely outcome. Cam, are you ready for LN1 next season? Oh my gosh, Abbas. Oh, the humanity. Apparently not. I wish to apologise to absolutely no one. The last time I checked, 32 points. Dan 22. Yeah, but I thought you put it out there, Max, as Liam had beaten in races rather than points cumulatively. Is where he should be at least. Could have done better. Albon on second. Easy G. Practice is their moment. I love that. Practice. Not bad, yeah. Currently with T-minus 8 minutes and 10 seconds left on the docket. Charles Leclerc on a 134.8 tops your FP1 round 22 timing sheets from Alex Albon on a 134.9. Sonoda-san, Max Verstappen's put on another set of medium compound tyres in 4th. George Russell from Antonelli. Lewis Hamilton. This is topsy-turvy, chat. What's going on, Easy G? Tell me, Easy G, that you're not palm sweaty, mum spaghetti. Yaha, you're a legend. Get yourself over to the Discord. Yeah. Look at me. Yaha. Pronounced it correctly every time until the last day. That's what you get when it's 1:23 in the morning. Lando Norris is all over the shop. Look at this. Easy G. Palm sweaty, mum spaghetti. Telling you, Cam, Lando's not built for this. He had the fastest car by a landslide this year. Tell you what, he's fast enough is the problem. This is the dichotomy that I struggle to solve for as far as Lando Norris 1.0 versus 2.0. Dustin from Stranger Things, when he's ready, You get turn 1, Mexico, 800 meters on the running. Brazil makes no mistakes as near as makes the difference all weekend. Like, he's been brilliant in the last 2 races. But yeah, okay, go on then, Easy G, check this out. I'm going to loop the circle nicely, the narrative circle. You've heard Max Verstappen talking a couple different times this race weekend about the difference between the good ones and the great ones at the altar of 2 different things. In the first instance, it's pressure, and in the second, it's consistency. Matt's doing the interview on the Oracle Red Bull Racing YouTube channel said something to the effect of, any one of us could jump in a car and do a quick lap on any given Sunday, but it's the ability to do it at the times when it matters most and do that consistently. I had to reach out twice to make sure I wasn't being delusional. And the Bishop of a reason. Lando, a lot of bags full of sand. Saha. Chaos. What are your thoughts on a race? I don't hate it. It's a bit busy, the delivery. Question is, how much will they struggle? Consistency is key. That's all that it is. And I think Max Verstappen is trying to make a statement here. He said it twice already in the past 24 hours. I've heard him. No, I don't hate that Racing Bulls car. Team has 5 minutes and 30 seconds left on Zudokits. Charles Leclerc has the whip hand on a 134.802. Tops your timing sheets. From Albon, Tsunoda-san, Maximilian Verstappen. Interesting. 100% a shot at Lando. It did sound like it, didn't it? Like, nah, you could do it on any given Sunday. However, thoughts on the iced out helmet for gangster. Very gangster, Thomas. Lewis Hamilton, if there is a helmet Olympics this weekend, then Lewis Hamilton has completed that game. That helmet. I'm not normally the flashiest of people. I've never worn jewelry in my life. But that helmet, proper. No snowflakery. Smelling salt for FP2 camp. Easy, I don't think I could do it, mate. I've got a big long day. I've got this month of chaos at work tomorrow. If anything, I should stay up and just continue smashing out work and just work through to the morning. So I'm going to, but I'll be back. There won't be another session over the course of the race weekend that I will not be attending. I'll be back for FP3 and then back again for quali and back again for the race if that's not good enough. At chaos o'clock. Do me a favour though, chat, and smash the like, please. Please. Is Anthony or Lewis more on for a podium this weekend? Oof, it's a good question that, yeah. It's a very good question that. Yaha, can I ask you a question? Did you use the QR code wherever it is, or did you click to join? I'm curious. Can please contact the production team and yell at them to differentiate the colour blue more on the live track positions. 100%. This is a good shout. Is Peter at the race this weekend, camp? I don't know, Michael. Peter hasn't been attending a lot of the races of late, I don't think. Just can't be bothered. That's why. He's got better things to do, hasn't he? It's obviously Kimmy. What a question. Is it obviously Kimmy? Go on then, let's have a gander. No, so for the membership, Yaha, did you use the QR code or did you click the link? Just curious. And if you want to jump on the Discord, there'll be a link in the community tab. I'm going to open up the Discord. I think the Discord I'm just going to open up in future so everybody can jump in there. But come is this classic Ferrari FP1 pace. Flattering to deceive. 308 of you watching. Peter does love a cheeky rally. I think Peter's invested in automotive pugilism of any variety. Okay. Cheers, Yara. Thanks. I was just curious. And thank you for becoming the latest member, Yara. I appreciate you. T minus 1 minute and 35 seconds. Left on the dockets. It does work, doesn't it, John? It's not bad, that QR code. I'm quite proud of myself for doing that. Such a B-spec technical mind am I. Have you seen Max Verstappen's answers? Yeah, I did watch it. He called Redditor an idiot for not liking races. I did. QR code working. Let's go, easy. I'm glad. I'll leave it up there then. I'm trying to work on my my layout. Went for a quick doom score before sleep and I could see scam shot. Always on. There's no one more dedicated to the cause. I tell you what, I understand there are other streamers that stream the races. I want to be the go-to channel, right, for news and conversations and F1 modes of discourse and the Discord and the live streams. I want to tick all the boxes. Cam, do you think United fixed their games in recent time? I don't know. I don't think so. Is that something about which I haven't heard? 100% we disagree a lot. But I rock with the commentary otherwise. Yeah, you're a legend. And I mean, what else are we here for if not to disagree with each other? The world would be boring if it were just consensus. Especially the weird and wacky world that is F1. Lots of lockups. Fry will sabotage Lewis before letting him podium. Behave yourself with your tinfoil hat, Michael Y. Given what John Elkins just said, that they're desperate for victories and desperate to win. Win, he says in inverted commas. Gains second place in the constructors. And I appreciate you, Jomo, moderator H. Jordan there. Dustin, I'm trying, mate. One day I will be worthy of that praise, I promise. United is the Ferrari of footy. True, unsavable. A poison chalice. Sword of Damocles. Here we go. Big lockup from a Williams. Alex Albon. Thoughts on P1 with Matt and Tommy? I know a ton of you watch them. Just got to put some respect on them. Whatever you think about them personally, not that I know them personally. I've walked past them a couple of times. But they're the market leader, aren't they? Be keen to revisit this conversation in a few years' time. I feel like they don't tick my box as far as content creators, but horses and courses or something like that, right? What do you think about P1 with Matt and Tom? I mean, they're gangsters. They've been doing it consistently. They've got something going on, but not my cup of tea as far as content creation. On, what do you reckon, 759? And I know I'm slandering some of your heroes here because you guys all watch P1 with Matt and Tommy, right? Cam, how much did HP pay for that huge ugly logo? It's in the hundreds of millions, I think. 100. I think it's 100. I want to say 130 million from memory. Maybe that might be a bit toppy actually. P1 too young for me, Dustin. Yeah, I don't know. You are a legend for keeping us entertained at this wee hour. I appreciate you, Kimmy. Kim is a... It's game on with Lando spinning round the outside like launch. Let's go. Oh. Yeah, you remind me of Busta Rhymes' song, Blue Heart's a good song. That I remember when they were on WTF1. P1 dudes didn't do bad business. Right? Oh, mate, the gangsters. I've got to... I think I'm just bitter because I reached out to them and they didn't come back to me. And that's their prerogative. They don't owe me anything. P1 is for newbie fans. But loads of you guys watch it. I can't hate it. They've built a brand. Did MMA Guru... Oh, my gosh, Joe. I can't even do... We'll talk about MMA Guru at some point, mate. I love that guy as well, for Pete's sake. I can't even... I think he's onto something. Like I'm taking a lot from Guru and trying to bring that personality and a bit of the shtick. You know what I mean? I want it to be interesting. Some that have Cam need a stream with Tomo. I know, but Tomo's busy, isn't he? He's a busybody. Tomo is. I don't want to harass Tomo at the moment. P1 is for watching Yostavos. We'll talk about Guru at some point over the course of the weekend. But in summary, like it is over. You're a legend for staying up with us, Yanks. No, I'd try G-Man. Problem is G-Man. I might have to flake for FP2, but I don't want to be I don't want to leverage my British privilege. Tomo's a legend. Nicer guy you'll never meet. I don't know, mate. Maybe they've come on, Toro. We've done work before, me and Tomo. Tomo's a legend, and we'll no doubt link up at some point. But no, to the MMA Guru point, he's a line stepper, isn't he? He's the equivalent to rocket powered Mohawk, I think, in mixed martial arts. You're a legend, F boy. And that's you hit on something. That's by design, F boy. I don't want to just be I don't know. F1 for me for the longest time has been nicely buttoned up and very straight laced and white collar, and I think it needs a bit of the MMA Guru-esque grit. Not that far though. Not that far. I don't want to be too much of a line stepper. Right, Tomo talks faster than Max. The match drives. Does Tomo talk fast? I don't think Tomo talks fast. I'll give the 100 subs if you stay up for FP2. Oh, based. No. You can see you boys out here doing one of these. So I think Tactical Rab is the fast talker. Aaron, no, I was talking to him before this actually, saying that people need to put some respect on his name for the market-leading work that he's been doing for the past however many years. 284 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like. I don't know whether I'll be back here for FP2, but I can tell you this. I will be back here for FP3, and we will go again for quali. Why don't you and Shez stream competitive sessions live? It will help. I think that's why they watch P1. It's Two Opinions live. Don't we do that already? So go on then, Tristan. To that point, we're starting to do. I will fall asleep, Easy G. You're not wrong. Me and Shez are going to start to do. We've already started doing the driver ratings. So Monday there'll be driver ratings. More podcasts with Shazinho. He's a legend. And to get Baxty back on at some point as well. The shakedown. Right, guys, I'm running away. 276 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour and smash the like. Each and every single one of you are legends, and I make no apologies for labouring that point. Between now locking for FP2, I don't think so. It's 1:37, and your boys out here about to unalive. Like I've just got nothing. You guys are legends, and I will see you at the very latest for FP3 tomorrow. I have no idea what's going on. You're not used to be at 4 a.m. then I would have recommended. No, it's not going to happen. I'm used to waking up at 4 a.m. is the joke. But whatever. You guys are legends. As you leave, let me know your favourite F1 YouTuber not named Cameron CC, just so I have an awareness of the lay of the land as far as the space is concerned. Do me a favour, smash the like if you like the stream, and we'll catch up between now and next time. FB3 30 minutes before lights out. You guys are legends, one and all. Between now and then, the prosecution rests no further questions. You're on.